should we just make this very succinct?
Yes.
We're playing a bunch of Blade Runner detectives who are trying to track down a former Blade Runner replicant that has apparently shot her partner in a nightclub. Taffy Lewis's snake pit, no less. And it's been going really well. I've been berated at every turn by GM and NPCs. And Percival, who's tonight, because of real-life issues, is being played by Western Egg. Thank you very much for stepping in for us this evening, Western Egg, for that. He's been doing all of the work, and that's only because Olsen, being played by Foxy, thank you very much, Foxy, for stepping in for Max this evening, has only just joined us for their last session. Otherwise, they would have done all the work, and Croy and I would have just sat back and acted like old men who would have just been telling other people to get off our lawns and stuff. So, we have had a few leads. I think we've managed to look into the memories of the replicant that has apparently carried out the shooting. We've discovered, after visiting the memory center where they create all the memories for the replicants, that unpleasant memories, or sometimes pleasant memories, have been implanted into all of the new Nexus 9 replicants, such as the ones that we've got on the Blade Runner force. They've been planting these memories in it as a form of control, to try and stop them from turning against the humans, etc. I think we've discovered a couple of dodgy characters that have been involved. One of them is Styles. He's an albino, is that, or an albino? Am I correct? Is he Styles the albino?
He was described as such by Jeff.
Yeah. Yes. He seems to be heavily. We originally counted him as kind of like a witness. But it seems that he's a lot more heavily involved, and may even be some kind of replicant sympathizer. And I think that's the short summary. I think we all did a little bit of a downtime action in the last session. I believe the only ones I can actually remember are Olsen was asked by a friend to try and get rid of a parking ticket that they're up for. Otherwise, there'll be trouble. Fenna watched some old movies, which helped relieve some stress. I can't remember what Percival did, and I feel terrible. Can you remember what Percival did? Yeah.
Was watching news discounting Kill magazine, who moments before had published untruths, apparently, according to Wallace Corp.
Oh.
They basically went on a very long mission to denounce Kill magazine.
That's right. There's a gun nut magazine called Kill magazine, which has managed to get hold of a story and released it, saying that the replicant that has killed this person in Taffy Lewis's bar was actually a Blade Runner themselves, and that's got out. Bad press, unfortunately. And I think we'd actually been and visited the replicant's apartment, hadn't we, as well?
Yep.
And we'd found a few interesting things, including a book of poetry by William Blake that had been inscribed. It was to Leia, I believe her name is, and it was from a guy called Billy. And I think we'd ended the last session as a Detective Novak, who's the leader of the little task force. He had been out trying to track down Styles because he thinks that he knows more than he's letting on. But just as he was about to do that, or as he was returning from that, he had a message that read, "Billy, are you there?" And that was where we left off.
And one thing to note, that at Leia's apartment, Detective Novik, or Chief Inspector, because we really don't know. And when I say chief inspector, I kind of mean it in a Clouseau type of connotation, I suppose. Was
See, douche, I
busy
told you.
checking the vid phone, for logs of call in and call out and who was at the door. And I think you discovered that it was all erased, that the data was
That's
no longer
correct.
there.
It's strangely, they'd all been, wiped.
I do
Somehow.
want to ask, we got a handout B, a newspaper of sorts. Where did we find these?
Is that Kill Magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the magazine that has published the story about the Nexus 9 being a...
No,
Oh, no, that was the
handout,
first handout we had. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's likely a whole bunch of assets that you have that are available to you from last time, which I'm shocked because I don't want to say this has gone on for a long time, but there have been so many updates to Foundry since we last played that I'm surprised that all the permissions stayed. It's a miracle, and I truly believe in God for this reason as well as others. But there truly is one that you're able to actually see this stuff. So I'm really happy. That's really great.
The Leah's apartment that we visited, Leah is an operative?
That's the replicant that we're trying to track down. Leah is the replicant, yeah.
Well, now, to be fair, you're trying to solve a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why anybody has any inclination that Leah is, doesn't make sense. A replicant wouldn't kill another replicant.
No, it doesn't make sense. There were witnesses.
Yeah, very reliable witnesses. Gel from Kill Magazine. He's our Jelly.
I do want to point out that in
Unbiased.
Leah's apartment, there was still food on the table. Was it cold? Was it hot?
It was cold. I believe we checked that. It was cold and it looked like it had been there for a while.
There was probably more bottles, empty bottles of alcohol than there was any nutritious food. There may have been some takeout food that was really long ago from a long time ago. I don't know, Detective Novik, what was your favorite takeout food restaurant? Was it with the noodle bar, or?
The noodle bar is where Fenner found Novak at the very, very start of the game. So that
maybe a few noodle bar wrappers there. It common, anybody really would have ordered that kind of stuff, and it would have been there.
Yeah,
for you.
That is correct.
And do we have any leads?
None.
We do. There is Styles, the guy called Styles, who it seems to know a little bit more than he's letting on. We also have it says looking at Croy's notes, because Croy took notes and he's a good lad. There was at Leia's apartment. There was a bunch of. There was like a vase of butterflies, obviously artificial, that had been constructed. That had been made by a vendor called Aurelian on Anemoid Row, which is a street in the city that seems to have a lot of technology companies based on it. We also did find out that Leia had failed a number of baseline tests, which is something that a replicant has to go through. Particularly a replicant on the Blade Runner task force that has to go through, and they have to pass. I think if they fail 3, they get removed, don't they, or something? And I'm not sure what happens to them. But she had failed a bunch of them and had been sent to be recalibrated. And I don't think it was too long before she actually supposedly committed this act. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a good question. Jake, what is the date in our current time in the game? Roughly.
Look how panicked he looks now.
Leia went back to active service on the 9th of May. And we're just trying to put together a series of events. Leia went back to active service on 9th of May, and then at some point from that, Leia was seen sticking a bullet through her partner's chest.
I'd say that the time frame lies somewhere
in
here,
there.
which is, you know...
I like that one, that bit there, that'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
The license that, you know, Free League has between what license, you know, between what time and what time in the series, that would be around the time.
Okay.
I mean,
Right, got you.
sometime in 2037, I believe it currently is.
However, I will say this, because this is a scene-based game, and it does revolve around time. You have ended the second day of your investigation, and we are beginning on the third day.
So I think the day's broken down into 4 shifts. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of those we need to rest, otherwise we suffer from fatigue.
But you don't.
No, I don't, because I'm rock hard.
Some of the other clues that were found at Leia's apartment was a bedside photo of a daughter that Leia doesn't have, because
That's correct.
Well, false memories, right?
And
Yeah.
on the back of it, there was something that mentioned Doc Badger.
That was it, because Fenner did a check on that, didn't they?
And it was a pawn shop.
It's a pawn shop, yes, but we've not been there yet, so that could be something. That's a lead, right?
Yeah, butterflies again were exquisite. Like, it was a, you know,
Too expensive for her to own.
So if we're
Potentially.
talking motive, you said there's no motive for Leia to have shot her partner in the chest. But what if false memories were implanted that she had a daughter and the daughter was in danger? And like, if you don't listen to our demands, we are going to kill your daughter.
I mean, potentially. We know that, well, we kind of assume that there's something odd about the memories, because I think one of
the
us
other
had spent
thing
some
is
time.
You do know,
reviewing
because
those.
you witnessed it. The memory that Leia has of her daughter is of her daughter being killed,
Yes.
and Leia being powerless to stop it.
Ooh, I've
The
forgotten about
other
that.
thing that you discovered in the memory lab was that for Percival and Fenna, it did trigger memories for them, which seemed to almost debilitate them, meaning they stopped all action. It was kind of like almost like not a switch off, but a pause button, as they seemed to have memories triggered. And even Leia seemed to go and with compassion try to snap them out of it. She was unsuccessful. Not Leia, I apologize, Lilith,
Yeah.
from Lilith
And
Memory Labs.
I think the other thing that probably we should point out that's quite strange about the Blade Runner game is that although it involves an investigation, the investigation isn't the point of the game as well. It's quite weird. It's more to do with moral decisions and things like that, and humanity and all of this kind of malarkey. So it's quite weird like that. I'm just I thought I'd better mention that as well, just so that folks get an idea.
And you know what? I don't know if that's necessarily so weird. I think it kind of is an interesting twist. It brings a different dimension to role playing.
Well, I think it's definitely trying to emulate the films, isn't it, in that regard? But
And with that, you know what? We're going to flashback for the viewers, because the players don't necessarily see this. But we're going to flash back to a scene with Coco, who is in the LAPD building, not far, probably. We'll say he's, in the cafeteria, and the focus of the camera will zoom into him eating a meal with this very lovely looking female companion that at first, it looks like he's kind of harassing her, talking and stuff like that. But zooming in, it kind of like she's almost seems to be a little bit more interested in what he's saying. And those people that would be kind of near the table would hear him say things like, and And that chief inspector didn't even go visit the crime scene. Even I knew to do that. He sent some rookie lackey and stuff like that. And of course, I was the one who had to save the whole thing. I was the one who investigated the body. I found the bullet. I told them where to look and what to look for. I mean, it's going to be an airtight case because of me and everything that I did. I you know what? If it wasn't for, us guys behind the scenes working in our laboratories with very new and very sophisticated equipment, I mean, it's almost like the investigators aren't even needed. But yes, we send the monkeys out every now and then so they can do our biddings and bring back our stuff. So I'm sure this will all be wrapped up very soon because of the excellent police work that I did. And hey, you know what? If you're up to it after lunch, you want to come back to my lab, I'll let you poke a dead body with a stick if you like. And later on, maybe I'll poke your body with my stick. And to everybody looking around, this is like, for all the nice people out there that would never think of approaching anybody like this, you're all going to be upset because it seems to be working. She seems to be actually interested, and somehow these tactics work with these not nice people for some reason. And we'll leave it there, and we'll go back to the morning of the third day. And we'll start off with, I guess, Detective Novik, what do you have in store for today for the first shift, or how are you going to, rally your troops, or what are you going to assign?
You know what? I'm going to throw a spanner in your works, my friend. That's what I'm going to do. Because obviously, last night, Novak was using his connections to try and find Styles, find his likely whereabouts. So I would very much like to know what the outcome of that was.
All right, I'd like you to roll it, please.
Roll it. What am I rolling?
Connections.
I forgot there was actually a skill called Connections. I
believe so. If there is,
there is absolutely.
Oh, excellent! Wow. Okay, look at that.
Yeah, we know rules. I have one success.
Excellent. So during your looking around for Styles, I will say that you actually, at some point, as you're moving back and forth, I'm going to say that you get a call on your phone.
Ah, okay. Actually, there's something else I need to resolve first, isn't there? I've completely forgotten.
Oh, no, go ahead.
We'll deal with this first, and then we'll deal with that bit after. So because he did this first.
You're going to make me contract myself.
I'm going to make it.
I
am.
Okay,
you know what? I'm just trying to tie in knots here, mate. Just because you keep mentioning the whole not going to the crime scene thingy. So this is my revenge.
Okay, excellent. I'm screwed. I'm so screwed.
So yeah, I find out Styles is where?
It's not that you find out that Styles is where. It's that the phone rings.
Is there a number I recognize?
It is not.
Then I'll answer it. I just say, Novak.
I hear you're looking for me.
Mr. Styles, I presume.
Let's leave names out of it for now. I've been called many things much worse than that.
How about you tell me where she is?
Look, you don't want to find her. She's not in any shape to be found. And I'm afraid it may be already too late. She is too far gone. But
what
know
are you talking
that
about?
we have done, and we're doing everything that we can for her. It's too much. What was done to her, it defies comprehension. She's broke. She can't deal with it. She needed time alone. I fear that it's too late for her.
Oh, she needs my help. I'm the only one that can help her.
You're the last person who she needs help from. Haven't you done enough help already? And the phone hangs up.
Okay. Okay. So, jumping beyond that, after I've received this text message that says, "Billy, you there?" I quickly respond with, "Yes, where are you?"
You get a reply, message cannot be delivered.
Is there a number attached to it?
You would have the number.
Can I call it? Do I get the same number that's not recognized?
Disconnected, like you get the disconnected, you get the 19, because they, in those days they had, 1970s disconnected phone dial
Of course they did, yeah.
Yes.
And so in a fit of rage, I throw the KIA at the wall. And probably sulk and drink heavily until I pass out. And then the following morning...
How are you feeling the following morning?
I'm feeling like crap. I'm tired. Probably hungover. But I dragged myself off of the couch that I'd fallen asleep on. Checked the time. Probably realized that I'm late. And I gather up the bits of the broken KIA and head into the office.
All right. For the purposes of KIA, your KIA is you have been assigned one that has been extra rugged, because this is not the first time that Detective Novik has thrown his KIA at something, and it was just getting too expensive for the LAPD. So they invested in a really rugged case for you.
You got a Nokia.
Okay, a Samsung tough book.
It even does have arrows on it, so you know which way to throw it for the least amount of impact to
throw it safely. Yeah,
like that. If it makes you feel good, the last time you threw it, you broke the case.
Oh, good. I mean, because the first thing I do when I get in there is I drop it onto the desk in front of Percival and say, "Can you fix that?"
Exactly. However, before all of that happens, in the early morning, all four of you get an emergency dispatch.
Ooh.
And that emergency dispatch basically says that there is a reported disturbance at the memory lab, and you guys were last logged in as having visited that location in the lab, in the logs, and so you're being dispatched to check out what that disturbance could be.
Oh.
Jake, since you said that my
I'm going to say that it's about 7 in the morning early. So if you think about things opening up at 9, maybe there's, your first thoughts are maybe there's a break-in or something at the memory lab for some reason. Maybe somebody is not happy with what was done there or something, or your imaginations can... I won't tell you what to think about that report.
So, Jake, since you said my character had some sort of business regarding a ticket
we don't know what kind of ticket it was. The person indicated that it was business related, and that his business was, he was concerned about having a third notice about it, and that had to be fixed because basically that person had some information on you that you kind of didn't want to let out and stuff.
So would you say the ticket thing would have been me going to the office to take care of it there?
That's up to you on how you would want to take care of it. Now, it could have been a different type of ticket. It could have been a licensing issue, like either selling alcohol where alcohol is not allowed to be sold, or I will let your imagination go, but there is a business-related licensing issue that this person is being fined for. It's a hefty fine, and maybe you've kind of enjoyed the fruits of this person's other business activities, and so that they have something on you.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking. Would you say that this is something I should have taken care of in the office, like maybe something changing in the computer? So I was at the office when this incident happened.
Yeah, you could, if you were not resting and getting your health points back and not getting we'll say exhaustion, then yes, you could have been at the office trying to access mainframe computers, and if it had to do with some bureaucratic database that you might be able to have access to with a very powerful computer, you could certainly be doing that.
So my question is, would I have seen anything when I was in the office regarding the lab?
Probably Coco doing a lot of bragging, different parts and stuff like that. But in terms of in relation to this emergency on dispatch, I don't think you would have seen anything at the office. That would have been dispatch, and dispatch would be on whatever floor they're at. A call comes in, a disturbance was registered. They checked the logs of the location, saw that you were last investigating that place, and so alerted basically the chief inspector and everybody else who was there, because it's early in the morning, earlier than people might expect to be up. It's before you're going to work, but you could have definitely been there. And I'll say, if there's any story element that you want to add that you think you may have seen at the office, we can certainly go with that.
Well, that's basically what I'm asking. Can I roll something to see if my character had noticed something off while in the office?
I'm going to say that there wasn't really anything off. This seems like a standard dispatch call. They received an anonymous, or maybe unanonymous, you don't know what. They're just calling you out there now.
So there's been a disturbance reported, and we are being dispatched to go take a look, effectively. We're going to be the first responders, I guess. I
will probably get some crappy coffee from the office and head over.
Okay. So, Detective Novik, are you in communication with your team at this point, or are you just expecting everybody to show up?
I would just expect everybody to show up if we've been dispatched. Because, I trust these guys. They're all right. And besides, my KIA is a little bit on the fritz. So, yeah, I just think that they're going to turn up because they're good people.
Okay, excellent. So let me go ahead and let me see if I can actually, because I've been doing some practicing. We're going to say that you all get there at the same time. And so I'm going to, I don't know if I need to activate this screen for somehow. We'll try. I'll see if that's a thing here. So that everybody sees it.
I'm holding up a second cup of crappy coffee if anyone wants it.
Novak would definitely take that from you if he gets there before everybody else, which is probably unlikely.
Well, the question is this. Does everybody see the memory lab now, or not really?
Yeah, I can see the memory lab. Yeah, I can see all of it. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so if you guys are there now, the thing that you notice outside the memory lab is that whereas before there was this little eye thing that popped out and kind of, scanned your eyes, you could see that eye thing has popped out, is drooping down so that it's like kind of deactivated, but it's out of its socket, down, hanging by its, little, twisted, metal encases the cord that allows it to move freely, and the doors are open, and the interior is dark
There's nobody outside from the lab, and no lab employees or anything milling around outside. I mean,
No
it was only
vehicles
Lilith,
except
wasn't there?
your
Yeah.
4 spinners that are parked somewhere.
Okay.
I can tell you this, Coco is talking shit about us in the office.
Coco talks shit about everybody. I wouldn't worry about it.
Some
And
people knock other people down to lift themselves up. You
They
gotta
do,
feel bad
exactly.
for them more than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Did you just describe me? Is that what you were doing? Anyway. So yeah, I as I kind of step forward, I'll take the offered cup of coffee from Baker's hand, and I'll I hold out my KIA to Percival, as I stated earlier, and said, "Can you fix this?"
I grab it, look at it. I guess I've fixed the previous ones. I'll see what I can do, boss.
Yeah, so I guess I'll wait for everybody to arrive. Is Fenner arriving too? Fenner with us?
Fenna did not hesitate when the call was made. Fenna was
there.
already
there.
and Fenna, as soon as the call was made a very perfunctual step towards the spinner that she has, and got herself there in a professional fashion that she is so well known for.
Okay, so we don't know if it's a break-in or whether there's been some kind of accident, right? At this moment in time, we've just had a
This
call.
moment in time, I would say it's a break-in, because the eye scanner is definitely busted.
Do the doors look like they've been forced in or out? As in, like an
Well, they're
explosion
kind of.
or
They're
something?
electronic, so they're just open, and they're opened in as is indicated the way they open on the map.
Okay.
And again, no lights, so it's like maybe the power is off.
Sorry.
The
Thank you.
map is passed, so we cannot move the tokens. I
We
just
can't at
wanted
the
to point
moment.
that out.
Yep.
Oh my goodness me! Why can't we do that? Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
press the space bar. my
Yeah,
friend.
space bar.
There
got
you
it.
go.
Novak,
I do
Okay.
Foundry good.
Novak,
Yeah.
who called us in?
Dispatch. Was
Yeah,
it?
who called them?
It doesn't say. I mean, there's no employees here. Maybe I mean, there was nobody here before, if you recall. There was just Lilith and maybe one replicant.
And
a
our
kid.
daughter.
Yeah.
We should be careful going in. We don't know if anybody's still in.
Yeah, good point.
Can
Yeah,
we
draw
roll
the-
observations?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to go up
something.
and take a closer look at the optical sensor, if I can figure out maybe what's been done to it.
Yeah, I think Olsen's right in front of it now. Looks like it's having a bad day.
Well, one success.
Yeah, it looks like everything here looks like it's deactivated.
Is that just a case of the power's gone off? Or does it actually look damaged? Like
No,
somebody's
it
forced
does not look damaged at all.
Has there been any notifications of any power outages in this sector?
No.
Okay. Yeah, let's sweep the place. See what we can find. Stay alert. I'll draw my blaster and I'll...
Yeah,
step
Fenna
into the
likewise.
building.
I will give some hand signals like I'm going in.
Cool.
No sound, basically.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna stick. I'll stick near Fenn. It looks like, since Novak and Baker.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, you cross the threshold into it, and it just seems very empty, very quiet. There's not a lot of things that are kind of happening.
So there's a reception desk there with is there like a computer on it? Does it appear to be deactivated as well?
so-
Like the whole power for the entire building is shut down.
First of all, what you notice here in the darkness, and there's enough light coming in through, the door and the windows and stuff, impeccably clean.
No robbery.
I guess that's unusual.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. No. Last time they came, also
There was impeccably clean here, but I mean, if this
maintained,
place
very well.
has been robbed.
Yeah. As if somebody's a little bit of afraid of what could happen to them if they don't perform their jobs properly. Like memory lab, maybe.
Okay, so I'll check over the top of the reception desk to see if there's anybody laying down behind it.
All right, but I'm going to ask everybody to stop there for a moment.
Okay.
Because what you see at Initiative 1 is you hear it first, and then you see it. It looks like a small ball-like object has been tossed in your direction. But it's not a bouncy ball, because as it bounces on the floor, you hear clunk, like something metallic. Clunk, clunk. And
Like a grenade, you mean?
very much like a grenade, yes.
Then, yeah, I'm going to shout, "Take cover!" And I'm going to dive for cover, I guess. Perhaps
Okay.
over the reception desk if I was close enough. That's where I was looking.
Yeah, so you could do that, and so the effect of that is people are going to have to roll observation as the effect of the flashbang goes off. So you hear the bang, see the bright light, and
Whether we get to cover our eyes quick
the
enough, right?
ringing in the ears.
I do want to ask. I have a specialization, fast reflexes, and it states here that you can draw an additional initiative card.
Okay,
That's
excellent.
not,
So yes, you'll be able to do that. Yes, but
When we go into combat.
Okay.
correct. So
Okay.
I wanted to know that. Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, look at that.
wow. Okay.
I got a horse.
So
Me too.
Percival. So I'm going to have everybody, for the sake of this, we're just gonna roll straight initiative now. But I think I have to make sure that you guys are
In combat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we can do that ourselves, I think.
Yeah,
can't we?
I know, but the thing is, I already added one here. Why don't I see it?
Oh, yeah, I can't see anything in there either.
I think I'm not placing things in the right place. Is that possible?
It could be. As long as you have to toggle the combat state, that should add it to the... Did you add that module? We haven't tested that module, have we?
No. I tested it quite like right before here.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, no, I did do that. So let me go into here. Best laid plans.
I'm still looking for initiative.
Yeah, no, don't bother, because we're going to need to have that. So
Yeah,
the issue
you get to roll
is-
that in the combat tracker if it's working, but it doesn't appear to be working at the moment.
So what I remember from last time was that I could activate a scene when I was over here, and I don't seem to have that ability anymore.
But if you right-click over the memory lab,
Yeah. I've
can you
configured
activate
some
any of the
notes.
others?
Oh yeah, I can activate others. So all right,
It's
I
because
go-
we're actually on the memory lab one that's already activated that scene.
Okay, so let me try to activate another one. Let me see if I see. I still don't see the combat encounters there. So that's very weird. Well,
Wait, the crime board is deactivated. Yeah, go back to activate the memory lab one again. And if you've got any NPCs, you might want to add them, see if you can add them to the combat tracker.
I'm toggling combat state like they're supposed to. And it didn't. And this is very weird because I had a few scenes that I had set up prior.
Okay.
Of course, we're live.
Is it worth removing that module? The year zero combat module thing.
Do you think that's the reason? Well,
I mean, it might. We haven't. Could do with testing that. I think before. Remove that and see what happens. And we can edit this out for YouTube. It's fine. We're okay.
Everybody clap. All right. Here's
Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll test that for next time.
Look at that. You're so smart.
Well,
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, we should all see a little dice icon. If you click on the little gun symbol on the top, in the chat window, that should take you to the combat track. You should be able to roll initiative there by clicking on the little dice.
And it stated for me that I should be able to roll twice.
Yeah, you
but
could just
I'm
roll
not
twice
sure.
and decide, and we'll.
I think it may not let her roll again.
No,
Wait
just
one
roll like
moment.
a D10 or something. We'll
Yeah.
see.
So if you, okay, in the chat window, if you do /RD10, then Foxy.
Mm-hmm. One moment. 1d10. Here we go.
It's a 1.
Ah,
That's pretty damn good.
That is.
One is the
okay.
yeah, it's the top.
Oh.
Lowest is better.
All right, so let's go. I guess reroll initiative. We'll see. All right, so 3 is working good, and now let's roll for these guys. Oh, because they.
I think we have 5 attackers and they're pretty good.
Yeah, looks like it. So you might have to manually arrange them in the combat tracker, Jake.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Let's see if they. Yeah, it looks like it does it from top to bottom. So we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. We're going to improvise. So first of all, we're going to say that their initiative in this first round is over because they were at 1.
Okay.
Now we're going to go back and we're going to go to Olsen. Now, Olsen, did you roll any successes on your observation?
It's a horse. So I
You
think
did not. So you cannot take any actions this round. So we will go to the next. And we have a Wallace Hit Squad guy.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have said that. We have a hit squad guy. You don't know who he's
We have
from.
a combatant.
A combatant. And he is going to take a move action. And he is going to fire. Now, he can fire at... I'm going to say either Olsen or Percival. So let's try to do this fairly, and we'll roll 1d6 and we will decide. 1, 2, 3 is Olsen and 4, 5, 6 is Percival. So it makes sense. We're going to fire at Olsen right away. So let me see if I can go into here and in combat on the assault rifle roll item, and let's roll.
Oh. Outside.
Okay. So you hear the familiar sound from your training of an Ender assault rifle, firing in your direction. But it is not doing very much. Fenna, did you roll any successes on your observation?
No.
You did not. Then you are also surprised this round, which takes it back to him. And we will expose him. Who will also come back up here. And if I just do the up arrow here, will it help? And the same. So he's going to fire. Wow, no successes. All right, well, that's
Wow.
unfortunate. And I know that there's
No, it's not. It's
something
great.
with-
Yeah, they have flashbangs and ARs, and we have little
Yeah, man.
pew.
Yeah.
We're screwed. And I'm the pencil neck out in the hallway.
All
so
I like
really-
to say is you did want this campaign to last forever. So here's your
Yeah, remember we've got to get another session out of this, Jake.
Oh, okay. No
Oh,
worries.
crap.
Oh, we're going to do a review session about how much you enjoyed the game.
Good point. That's a good point.
Feedback.
Yeah.
Just know
Combat was,
I'm
combat was
trying not
pretty brutal.
to kill someone else's character.
Percival, I believe you were successful. So you
Yeah, I had 3 eyeballs.
Oh yeah, he was
you
cool.
can actually see 2 soldier-like, very efficient soldier-like people just standing there firing into the crowd, thinking that the flashbang has suppressed you.
All right, so I've got my my little PK drawn, and I yell, "Watch out, boss!" to Novak.
Why are you shooting him?
No, I want to
Okay.
make sure he's safe. You know, I'm the eager beaver. I've just arrived, and so I just want to make
Yeah.
sure he's safe. He's the
You
real.
see,
brains.
Jerome has taken your title as nicest man on earth, Jake.
100%.
All right.
A lot
Yeah.
nicer than me. And actually playing Percival true to the nature, it's like almost like you've watched already the first 2 videos and know Percival so well.
No, I just read the bio. He said he's eager to please, and so and he knows he's replaceable. He's not dumb. Yeah, so I
used
pull
to
out
be
my
like that.
my PK, and I'm gonna try to whichever combatant I have maybe a more direct or clearer visual on.
Actually, let me just see something. So do you see them? You should be able to see them, I think.
Oh, now
yeah,
I
we
see
can, we
two.
can, we
Okay.
can see. Yeah.
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 So, yeah, I'm going to. Is there anything in here as far as like an obstructed view, or we just assume I have a clear shot on both?
If what you could see, you could see where this is.
Okay.
Or if
So
there are
I'm-
any story elements you want to bring in, then feel free.
No, so I'm kind of hanging back with Fenna, a little bit of cover. I yell to Novak to boss, be careful, and then I'm gonna take a shot at this character here.
Okay, go ahead.
So for that, I clicked on firearms.
I think that's the case, isn't it? Or can you click on the weapon? No.
So I think if you go into combat, you should have the weapon there, and you should have a little roller dice.
Yep.
So the combat weapon.
Oh, I see. Roll item. Yeah, the little dice down in the bottom right corner of the weapon listing, if that makes sense.
I have 2 options: sonic round,
Right.
sonic blast,
So one is long range, one is short, medium range.
and that this would be considered more short or medium range at this point, or
So if you look at the map, you're going to see you have a red line. So anything within a red line of where you are would be short range, and then after that would be medium, and then I think 2 or more is going to be long, or
okay.
depending on how many you roll for mobility to see how many you can go through.
Alright.
So you
Let's
are
go with
at least medium range.
Yeah,
Sonic
he uses
blast
zones for
here.
combat.
All right, and then I assume I don't check any of the modifiers, correct?
This is just a straight roll at this point, I believe.
Okay, perfect. There we go.
Whoa!
Wow! Oh my God! Okay,
Yeah, the lab guy.
I told you did all the work.
that's really. So I suggest clicking accept on that roll because that's absolutely quite amazing. I should see if this guy has any armor. And you know what? I don't even know where the armor shows is empty, which is odd. We're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say he forgot it at home today.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
he was
on
in
it.
a rush when he got up this morning.
And so
Forgot to dress
definitely,
himself properly.
So you have done crit damage. So I think if you just hover over the crit there, you can roll the 1d10. on that, on the results in the there and
6.
oh, but it rolled clues.
It rolled the wrong crit.
Oh no.
Did draw a crit for the player character? Draw a crit for the player characters, or a selected token. I'm gonna click it once. I'm just curious.
Oh, does he have to click the token and then
I
roll the
believe
crit or
here.
something?
I think so.
Yeah.
No,
click
it's
on
you
your own
just
token?
choose critical injury crushing before you do it, and then you go okay. So I'm gonna let you do that. So when you do the 1d10, do you have a menu that comes up?
No, it just says draw a crit from the player character or selected token.
Okay, so
All
let's
right.
go ahead.
Do you select a token and then click the button then? Is that the deal?
Okay, try that.
When you say a token, a target token?
Yeah.
Yeah,
whichever
we're gonna try
one
that.
you...
We'll see what happens.
So top one or bottom one?
The bottom one was the one he was hitting. It was this one.
Yeah, this one. And let's try it again.
Yeah, I'm curious. I like
Maybe you have to
automated
do it,
stuff.
Jake. I don't think we can click on it.
Oh, you can. On the left side, you see 6 icons, and you see one that looks like a bullseye target. If you click on that one, and then on,
the target.
All right,
of
try
course.
that one.
and then you click on one of the tokens, then you can target.
Maybe we should have done that prior.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, now I've got him in my sights.
Okay.
Yeah. Let him have a taste of it.
I'm glad we're learning new things.
There. Oh, now I get a 1.
Yeah, no, that's
I
still
burn those
not-
good rolls.
That's still, I don't know, that's still weird.
I am going
Yeah.
to be doing this. It is going to be here. It says it's crushing, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
going to choose the crushing table, and we're going to see what is crushed. His
Teeth
teeth
knocked.
is knocked.
There you go.
They're
Some
There you
dental
go.
work for you.
And I believe that also. What is the base damage of your weapon?
It is.
I believe it is.
The base is on that one. It's a damage 2 crushing crit D10. It was the sonic blast.
Okay, so you've done 2 points of damage to him. And his teeth are knocked out.
And as I see the teeth, the chiclets going flying out of his mouth, is hey, I got him, boss.
And you know, maybe you see
'Cause I know I have a performance review
wire
coming up.
sparks out of the mouth as well. A little
Oh.
unnerving.
Oh. He's not
That's
human.
not. Yeah, that's not right.
First of all, you are way too loud in the morning.
Tell me about it.
All right, are you taking a move action at this point?
No.
Okay, excellent. Will, did you roll any successes?
I did not, so I am surprised also.
We're a surprise team, except for Percival.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. We're going to go into here. And I'm going to say that he will have known. Will he have known that you were? Yeah, he will target. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to do it like this. He's definitely targeting you because you actually hit very good. And so we're going to go into here. We're going to roll the item.
You put notice on your spell, Percival.
All right. So, first of all, I hit twice, I think.
Oof.
And did that do anything? Base damage 2. Did it take 2 hit points off of you? Let's see. It did not.
It would it not take 2 health? Unless you're wearing armor? Is that not how it works?
No, are you wearing? Yeah, armor looks like it's empty for Percival.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
2 health,
And
yes.
I don't know that that is necessarily a crit. I'm assuming. Let's see what it would say. Features. Damage to crit die B, piercing, medium, quantity cost. Does anybody remember how crits work on here?
Is it when you lose all your health? You go into crits like in the
No.
game?
It's like a critical hit. I think is like more than 1 is considered
Oh,
a
okay.
critical hit.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if this item actually has a crit thing or if it's just, which it doesn't look like it does.
Do you have it in the combat tab? If you click on the little edit item, it will tell you crit die.
Yeah, and it is showing me a crit die here, so it is showing that. So if I click it, we'll just see what happens. But I do have to choose, and it is piercing. Massive internal organ damage.
Holy shit, man!
I do want to point out, Percival also had 2 eyes. Would that mean he also had 2 attacks?
No, his weapon has 2 types. It's a double trigger. One of them will send a long-range missile, a long-range projectile, and the second one is more of a sonic boom. In this weapon, it's used more to subdue opponents rather than kill. It's the whole new strategy of, community-friendly policing. Subdue people as opposed to kill them. Well, I'm going to say that was quite a successful round, and that I am doing excellently. And I will also say that this round is over, since all those who you could see, all 3 opponents seem to have acted. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll for all, just to make the process go a little smoother.
Yeah.
And the second thing we're going to do is I still will allow Olsen to roll one more time. So roll a 1d10, and we'll just see what you get, and we'll...
Do want to point out I only see 2 enemies, guys.
Okay, why does it say not started, though?
There's a big in combat button down at the bottom of the combat tracker. Can you see that?
All right.
Yeah, man. The only trouble is it's gonna...
that's not that. No, it's not that. Where does it say begin? Oh, there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's...
The trouble is it's going to go from highest to lowest. That's your problem.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a 3-set initiative. Reroll all.
Well, at least my character's on the right end.
All right. Do you want to re-roll, and we'll see what you get. You can roll a 1d10 in the. Do you know how to roll a 1d10? Easy.
Yeah. There. Oh wait, I forgot the R. Error does not found. Here we go.
All right, excellent. So you get 3, and let's just see if I'm able to. Okay, can. All right. All right, Willem, you are first to recover. Your years of experience on the force have honed your reflexes such that, you're even despite your age and the lethargy that is set into your bones, despite the fact that I envision you in like a Columbo type of, long, jacket and kind, you are
and another thing,
fast.
I guess I've kind of ducked down by this reception desk here, so I kind of poke my head over the top, see this fellow over here, and shoot him. I draw my blaster, point it at him. I actually shout, "Stop, police!" just so I can say that I did it, and then I shoot him.
Okay, yes, of course. You shoot and then say, "Stop, police!"
Exactly. No, I did it the other way around.
Okay, good.
I just didn't give him a chance to respond.
Remind me
he's
to
already
back
plugged
that
Percival, so yeah.
I don't know which one to roll here. Let's try that.
Did you target him?
Please. I did.
Because this is fun. This is like D&D.
It's kind of like D&D, but not. He's not out of range and none of that. Okay, let's go for it. Come on.
Whoa!
Take that.
Oh,
Take
four
that.
successes.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice. Are you sure you don't want to re-roll that? Okay.
Well, you know, shall I push it? No.
Wow! You're years on the force. You're leading your men. I mean, anybody who's watching this has never seen this before. This amount of professionalism, the straight shooting, the stats, the getting in there. I mean, you know, who cares if he's, you know, looks like he's overweight and a little paunchy, and it doesn't look like he could jog around the block if you try, you know, like, but wow, man, you know, there's something about it.
Hey, that's my boss you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you watch it, Jake. We're coming for you.
As I bent over after taking a shot to the abdomen, yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not having him shoot my friend Percival. He's got to fix my KIA, God damn it. I'm going to let this guy have it. So,
Now-
yeah, I think you might have to roll the critical for me. 3d12.
the interesting thing about this critical is this.
Yes, mate.
When you crit in this game, you roll multiple times and choose the crit that you want.
Oh,
So,
should we just go with he's dead then?
if you go ahead and
Yep.
I'm going to see if you can. Oh, actually, yes, it's showing you base damage is 2, so we'll take the 2 off of him right away. And I'll
It says
roll-
crit 3d12, whatever that means.
Exactly.
Piercing.
So yes, so piercing. Let's go ahead, choose
Well,
that
if you
one.
click on the crits,
So, would you like a cracked skull, a bleeding gut, or a cracked skull? And if you'd like to read what they do, that's 100% fine. We
Yeah,
can-
let's have a look. Cracked skull. Oh, I don't have permission to do that.
Why don't you?
Because you didn't give it to me.
Oh, I give you all the permission in the world. You're my
all the
boss. Remember,
I forgot.
boss?
Tell me, what's a cracked skull? And well, I know what a cracked skull is, but tell me, what does it do here? And is it better than a bleeding gut? I'm going to suggest that it probably isn't.
Well, since I am a stickler for playing according only to the rules,
Okay.
as we all are in IMT.
He's
100%.
actually got a book out, folks. That's how dedicated this man is.
Oh, I like.
I just want to point out that
like
we
my
got a
tables.
bleeding guts guy on our side, so it might be fun to have one on their side.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you know what? Look at this.
All things considered, I'd agree with you. However, the cracked skull might be for more fun.
And this was a critic. It was a crushing or piercing. Remind
It was
me?
piercing, yeah.
Piercing. Okay. So, let's see. Bleeding gut.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what bleeding gut is. Doesn't really say.
Oh, you might have to go into the compendium or something for that, mate.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Tell you what, just give him the bleeding gut. How about that? Just give him
I want to
that.
know. I want to know. I really want to know.
I know, but
We have 2 days to finish this. We're going to be fine. Oh God.
Do you want to
No,
move?
I'm actually just going to look. And you know what? You can edit this out for.
I'm going to leave it in
Okay.
because I too am a massive douche.
Critical injuries. Crushing. Okay, 73. So this is easy to do. 73.
We're checking with headquarters as far as the official.
Yeah.
All right. So a cracked skull is number 6, and a bleeding gut is number 5. So with a bleeding gut, it's any mobility roll reopens the wound. And with a cracked skull, you have a disadvantage to observation and tech.
I think bleeding gut. I think we'll go with that one. I think
You're just a bleeding gut liberal, aren't you?
I can't help it. Yeah.
All right. Well, the wound is still open in any case.
Yeah. Take that.
Lethal, yes. Death save. Okay. Excellent. All right. So let's go back. We resolved that, and we learned something new. The more you know. Are you taking any movement?
I guess I duck back down behind this reception desk. I think probably my.
Okay, it's still going to be kind of partial cover because you're all. Unless you think this is like Naked Gun 33 and a third, where they keep firing.
No, we're not going to.
Oh, it'd be like that. All right, and so it is now. I wonder how I can next turn.
Jake,
try that.
There's a mechanism in the game where we can switch our initiative.
Correct. There is.
Can I switch? Is there any mechanism that allows me to switch so that I can get to Percival?
Oh, that's the point.
Percival would have to request to switch with you, I think.
Okay.
Because you switch at your turn, I believe.
Right.
Unless
Thank
I'm
you.
wrong.
So which one of those two has a bleeding gut? Top one or the bottom one?
Top one has a
Bottom
bleeding
one.
gut. Bottom one has a bleeding mouth.
Okay,
not teeth.
I'm carefully aiming at the bleeding mouth one.
Okay, so carefully aiming will allow you to aim this round and shoot the next round as long as nothing interrupts you aiming this round. If you just want to shoot, then that's fine.
Yep, just shooting.
Okay, did you target it properly?
Yeah, one moment. Is it out of range? A small target, large target, target behind cover?
It's at
I don't think it's
medium
any of
range.
those.
Okay,
No, okay.
just rolling then.
Okay, that's a hit. So that was this one, correct?
Yes.
South?
And what would happen if I said push my?
Okay, so what happens with pushing is that anything that is not the 6, or does it re-roll the 6s too? Yeah, I think it does re-roll. It will re-roll your dice. But if you roll a 1 on any, then you take damage this time. Pushing will cause damage if you roll if the roll results in a 1.
I want to try it.
All right. I'm curious to see what happens.
Oh,
Whoa!
Take that.
wow.
Holy crap! This is supposed to be hard. Wow.
We're highly trained professionals.
Hey, I've been shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. We do have one of us kind of dying right now.
Okay.
So
did
basically,
did you select the target first, by any chance?
I did select the target, but for some reason it did not enchant.
I think it might be one of those things where if you select it, it stays selected, but if you select it again, it unselects. So it might have been that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I do want to say, when I shoot, I will shout out, "He has a gun!"
All right. So it is, if I'm not mistaken, it is this one that you shot, correct?
Teeth.
The bottom one, the bleeding mouth one. Yes.
All right. So he is going to be removing some of his health as well. And again, are you able to roll on the rollable tables? Do you see them or you don't?
No, I don't even see that I hit or anything.
You know what? Here. Yeah, well, because we know that. So we're going to go. All right. So now, hopefully, you guys should be able to go to the rollable tables and
Okay. It's empty for me.
have
Yeah, no.
observe. Do you see them or
Yep.
you don't?
We don't
Hits.
see. Oh, no, there they are.
And
Oh,
injured piercing.
critics. There we
It is
go.
piercing. So go ahead. You get to roll it 2 times and decide which one you want to keep.
Can you share the crushing one as well for
Did I not?
those? Those we've only got the piercing one that we can see. I think.
Oh, really? Still? Okay.
Yeah.
First one. And second one. I'm piercing the eye.
Oh, okay.
All right. So how can I apply it to him? Oh, disadvantage to firearms. Let's see if I can pull it on him. If that works. Let's try it again. Yes, it does work. Okay. So that's going to be fun. All right. Good job.
Then I will move.
Okay, go ahead.
And how far can I actually move with this character?
So I believe movement you can move anywhere within the zone. If you want to make a mobility roll and you get more than, like if you get a success, then I think you can move, extra zones.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
It sounds about right again. IMT makes me play a lot of games, so it's hard for me to remember the rules between each. And when I say make, they keep offering games and I keep joining because I just love what IMT does.
Well, basically, I want to move past Wallace and through this door.
Yeah, we will say that's fine. No roll necessary for that.
I'll open that door for you because I'm a gentleman.
Of course.
I'm not even sure if the
You would
door is
have to
closed
stand
or
up from
open.
cover.
But yeah.
I've never seen anybody move so fast in those, shiny black dress shoes that clop every time you walk them. Just.
No, that's true. That's true. You don't.
But
You mean
you
tap
need
shoes?
to
No.
move me over the
Okay.
I mean
counter.
dress shoes.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Yep.
I think you can do it. Are you not able to?
There's a wall there. This is as far
You
as
might
I
have to
can.
drag her through the. There
Yep,
you go.
thanks.
You lied. I saw you move.
And
okay.
then end my turn.
All right. Yeah. So we'll have to go this way. So, this guy is here.
So it's
okay.
Percival's turn, right?
He should be seen. I think. No, seen. Yeah, he should be seen. Yes. Good. No, I think it's. Do you see this? There's this guy here.
No, I don't.
Yeah, this one here. You don't see him?
Yeah, I see him.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Now did he disappear?
Nope.
No.
He's still there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm learning how to play the game. All right. Um, all right.
To be fair, Jake is more used to Fantasy Grounds than Foundry.
Yeah, I'm
To be fair,
Well, the
I only
UDB
scored-
BTTs
all
are available.
BTTs.
But
So he was good previous turn because of the way we're doing it. Percival.
Yeah, your gut is open, Percival.
Yeah. So being that I'm limited to crawling, how? Ooh, wow.
I guess you could fire from prone if you want to. You can talk, obviously. There might be
can swap
some feature
initiative.
for this type of
Yeah, you
situation.
could
I don't know. Maybe.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can swap.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap initiative with. Can I pick it? Can I swap with Fenna?
Yeah, we'll allow that. So
Yeah. Thank you. What a generous and benevolent GM.
well, only to Mark.
Did I ever mention, Jake, that you're probably the nicest man on Twitch?
I
Did
swear
I
to
mention
God.
that?
You know what? I'm all about the story. I really am, and
I'd hide those roles if I was.
no. I roll in the open, and I just
And then
face the
I roll in the
consequences
open
of
and-
my actions to
And
do that.
change it
That's all.
if I don't like it.
Exactly. People should know that there are consequences for your actions and random rolls sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a kind of that was a warning, right? That was a
And
warning.
the second time I shot you
Yeah.
through the heart, that was also a warning.
You only get two.
Exactly. Okay, so we are at Fenna now. I think if I can actually go do.
Fenna was just about to say, after having said, we better watch out because we don't know who's in there, Fenna was about to say, and we don't know who's behind us, and I had pivoted backwards to look to see if anybody had watched us go in, only then to hear pew, 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 and then turn round. It's all gone to shit very quickly.
I kind of like the idea that Fenner turned around and said, "Don't get shot through the heart." And,
Percival is down, and so Fenna says, "Percival, what?" And then she has her arm, her right hand. She's got her PK whatever on her. What is it? She's got a DK something or other. PKD. There we go.
PKD. Yeah.
She's got PKD,
Proper.
and she can she, from the edge of the doorway, which I assume that's a wall, can she run across to where Percival is, grab can she shoot blindly, kind of like, because she's a pro, right? She can shoot a couple of times, but she can also cover that distance while shooting and then grab Percival and drag him into cover.
So I would say you're allowed a movement and you're allowed an action, and so that would be fine. And I don't know if it says anything in there, and anybody in chat who wants to correct that would be great. But I don't know that it says anything in there about, you know, splitting up movement and shooting. But I like what you're going for. So we'll go and do it. We will do it with a disadvantage, just for any of the rules lawyer out there that say you can't do that, blah blah blah. Well, at least I gave you a disadvantage.
Yeah, rules is for fools.
So
right?
do mark off which one you want to shoot.
It'll be the bottom one.
Okay.
The one who's missing an eye and some teeth.
Take his ears off.
Because if you want to shoot the one that was pierced through the heart twice, that would be Willem.
That'd be Novak, yeah.
And the one on the top was the one who shot our captain.
Oh, Captain,
Right.
my captain.
I'm going to fire with a sonic round. Here we go, I think. That's it.
All right.
hit.
Oh,
One-
nice.
So you did hit. Which?
Oh, was that disadvantage though? Hang on. I don't know if that was, but
No, I don't think it was. I think you rolled
I shouldn't
that.
have said anything.
That's
1d12
we'll
plus
accept,
26, I think
we'll
you're
accept
okay.
the one hit, and we'll have the rules lawyer yell at me later.
I like
So
your
it was
style.
this one here, correct?
Oh, you did that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's. All right. You hit him, and you are now down with Percival.
Yeah. And I look, Jesus, man, and I grab him, and then I try and haul him just back about, whatever that is, 2 foot or something, just so he's out of the range.
Oh, Lance,
And
is this a
careful,
window?
my kishkas.
Is this a window?
I assume that was a wall.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
So you need to drag him farther because this is a window.
It's bulletproof.
That was a wall.
You know what? heat of the moment. He said what he did. He did what he said.
Ah, damn it.
That's fine. So Fenna is done, and let's go back. So this guy.
So,
Which one?
GM, are we calling this a window or are we calling this a wall?
A window.
That's a window, damn it. Right, okay.
Yeah. Okay. This guy.
But you can
here-
move within that zone, right? So I
That's
think you
not
could have dragged him away from the window, probably.
Yeah, Fenna would know where the window was, even
Of
if
course.
the player playing Fenna is a complete dope. So that's fine. So I would try and drag Percival back to the wall, seeing that he
Alright.
was downed and bleeding and stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. so
Captain,
we'll-
they're making a run
Thank-
for it.
You're a kind and benevolent GM.
and.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just moving, man. And Percival, go ahead. I think there's still one that you can see, maybe.
Well,
Actually, yeah, they could have shot.
I'm trying to
first,
move my
too.
token,
That's
but it's
bad,
not
yeah.
cooperating.
Because you
move
can
it to
only
the right.
crawl, I think, at this point.
Maybe.
I don't think you have movement, so it's probably that's what it's indicating. But you were dragged, so I will drag you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, maybe you don't see anybody
Okay.
or anything now.
perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I slumped over and I give the acknowledgement to Fenna. Thanks. But yeah, so I can't see this person. Well, I can through the window.
I'll say yes. I mean, if you want to shoot through the window, it'll be a disadvantage.
Being the lab jockey that
But
I
I
am,
will
test
also
jockey.
say that if you could see them, they could see you, because
Oh, of course, yeah.
that's fine.
But
But go ahead.
he's going to
Keep
be
from
dead
cover.
in a second. Yeah.
No, but now I notice there's only one. So I mentioned that to Fenna. Said that I only see the one. Did you take out the other?
I got from inside that they're making a run for it.
Alright. So I'm not going to do anything at this point since I'm somewhat disadvantaged, and I don't want Fenna to have to drag me to safety a second time.
Well, you can maybe heal yourself with medicine. I think there's a medicine rule. Like that you are trying at least to do something about your gut injury.
Yeah, do I have like a roll of gauze maybe on my person that I can bring out and apply to my abdomen?
So if you're in your inventory, you do have such things. They do give advantage to medicine checks. So those are the mechanics. So if you look in your inventory, you'll see if you do have anything there.
Yeah, I have a badge and it looks like a comm device, so that's a no.
But again, you're not at 0, so you're not. You will need. Okay. So let's just see what your.
Use the pin of your badge.
Here you go, kid.
I look at Fenna and say, "I'm not at 0. I'm good. Let's do this."
Yeah, you're gonna need like. We're not talking about gauze and a short rest and anything. We're talking about like you need.
You will die.
Medical.
Yeah.
Medevac.
Use your comm to call an ambulance.
Yeah, I think we need to call for backup.
Yeah, Fenna would say
what?
that.
No, I'm sorry.
What?
You do need to make a death roll every round. Every round.
Oh, I love this game already.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see. That is. Please reveal yourself. Where are you?
Big numbers. He completely heals himself on the crit success, right?
Yeah, that's surprising because I'm only. I've still got quite a bit of health, but yeah, instantly bleed out. It's those blood thinners I started taking. That's it.
Yeah, but at least you're not going to suffer heart attacks or stroke. That's
Yeah.
positive side.
Yeah,
Been on the aspirin.
yeah,
Hey,
and I
we've
won't
been
have to
drinking rat
see.
poison.
Yeah, and I won't have to see Novak go down. Yeah, that would be rough to see my boss take it before me.
Yeah. Said no one ever.
Yeah, well, I'm a company guy.
Bless you.
Yeah. No, I don't see unless I click on health.
Let's go into the combat. Let's go into your injury, and let's go edit item. And I don't know if you can. Oh, actually, it's not a info. All right.
Yeah, I don't see it either on my sheet.
Features. Oh, here we go. Features. Death save. Okay. But it's not.
Not a roll.
Healing 1 month. Wow. Boss, I'm gonna be out for a while.
Hey, we're here to tell a story.
And that story
Excellent.
is one of death.
So it is. What is it? Scrabble, break, green. Oh, so are you able to, or we have to figure out what's?
Yeah,
I can see the death save, but there's nothing for me to click on. It just says that it's a round.
Yeah. Okay. So it does say that as well. Okay. So very quickly.
Do you want to take a quick break before we continue, Jake?
Hang on 1 second. I have it here.
Okay.
It's a stamina roll. That's all. I had it open over there because I mean I don't know why I had it opened on death saves and crits and stuff like that. This game is lethal, by the way. Did I mention that before? I mean, telling the story, it really is. Strain would be proud of me.
All right, here we go. Right before the intermission, let's see if he bites it. And that doesn't look promising.
Is that good or bad? I don't.
Not good.
It's
That's
a 0.
Not a success.
Oh.
Okay, push
But
it.
it does allow you to push it for some reason.
There we go. And
Yeah, that's a
eyeball.
success.
All right.
Yes.
The game's it's allowing you to do it, so we're going to allow you to do it because let's tell another story.
Then you
And
push
then it
through.
whispers, "Suck it up," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm good."
All right, and that will bring us to our next round, I believe. So
I mean,
if
it is
go to
Blade
your
Runner.
next-
Basically, what you did is shove a nail through your hand, right? And just say, "Not yet."
Maybe I found a stapler or something that I can.
I kind of like the idea that he used the pin on his badge to kind of just.
Yep.
Now,
hold his
Fenna, I'm
injury
going
again.
to assume, or it's actually Olsen. You can roll one more time if you want.
Yeah. I know.
Whee!
All right, and it's the same thing. So we're gonna stay there. Now, did this mean we do want to have a short break before we come back?
We can take a little break, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so we re-rolled. We decided that everybody is where they are.
Yeah.
And Fenna is the first to act.
Yeah.
So, Fenna's on the KIA, and simultaneously is trying to apply first aid to stop the bleeding from the injury. There's no blood, but there's obviously some issues that need to be attended to. So I'm calling it in,
Mhm.
and I'm like, dispatch officers down. Lilith Memorial Lab. Shots fired. Several combatants. Send backup.
All right, at that, you hear a whole flurry of activity, and in the background, so all of that is being dispatched and sent. I think at some point in the future, we may have a zoom in with Olsen, in exasperation saying, and they waited 3 rounds to call it in.
Yeah. Okay.
That may happen. I don't know. I can't.
Do I still have any economy left to be able to actually attend to some sort of first aid?
Yeah, let's do that because let's have some fun rolling. So go ahead and do a first aid.
I will. First aid's here.
I mean, you may want to push it and injure yourself. So I mean, that's something I would definitely allow.
I got a 3 and a 2.
I'm
Push it.
not worth it.
I'm not
push
worth
it.
I'm not eager to please.
play.
I'm not worth it.
Oh no!
Oh, it's worse.
All right, yes. So that is worse. So you take 1 point of damage. I will say that's, I guess, the stress damage, right? Or actually,
you
you don't
resolve,
take.
can you?
Is it resolve or is it health that you take as a? Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know. It would make more sense for resolve rather
All
than
right,
health,
well, yeah,
I think.
you're
But I
okay.
don't know.
100%, and it may
it-
have done it already. So because I see it, there's 3 out of 4. So if that's the case, then it had already done that. Excellent. But is there any other horrible things you want to do with the rest of your turn?
I'd like to shoot back at the remaining person if I can, but I'm not sure if.
You can next round.
Okay. I will ensure that we are both in cover, and I'll say, I will look down, and I'll say, Percival, how bad is it?
I'm already crouched like in a kind of a fetal position. I'm good.
Is that you, God?
Yeah, just don't go into the light. It'll be fine.
All right, so who's this guy? Oh, he's here and he can actually do stuff. Okay, so we're going to roll and it's going to be... no, actually, we're not going to roll because he's already down. So he is going to be targeting Fenna. And it will still be at disadvantage. But let's see.
Oh, just a punctured
Oh,
heart,
okay,
then, I'd
he has
imagine.
any mobility roll. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be... Yeah, let's just see what it does. It'll probably give him all of the... We'll have the disadvantage anyways.
Yeah.
And that's useless, and he will limp.
He's got a crawl, hasn't he? He's been shot in the guts.
Yeah, he's holding himself. You see somebody holding his Baker. You see
Wiring.
somebody holding his kishkas. But this door is closed, so I guess you wouldn't see him holding his kishkas.
Oh, I actually thought it was open.
It just opens that way, but remember this one. Yeah, no, they're. Well, but that's okay. It had a window in it, and you saw them moving past. It's one of those inner offices with the frosted
glass.
windows, so you saw the black
figure
going by
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yes.
Got it.
Um.
So,
Well,
did I see at least 3 people now past this window?
Yes.
I will shout back to the captain. There are 3 of them.
Don't chase them. Don't pursue them by yourself. Just wait. I'll be there in a second.
Do you sound in any way strained or
Definitely.
injured?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
As he's talking, you can hear him inhale and like start to talk out. But as he's inhaling, only part of the air is actually staying in his body to come out his lungs. The rest of it is
Whenever
like
he
bleeding out
speaks,
through his.
There's like a whistle behind it.
Got it.
So Jake, remind me. This is actually part of the police station or headquarters, correct? This
isn't. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
Different
is
This is the
facility.
memory
This
lab.
is on
This is outside
Animoid Road.
contractor.
yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking if we're at the station, maybe there's some kind of armory. It concerns me that they had ARs and we had just handguns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and normally, I mean, you could spend the shift to make the requisitions and, try to justify it and either get accepted or approved.
Yeah,
I
let's do
expect
that.
now that it would be accepted more than not, given, what's happened. But, prior to this, it probably wouldn't have been justified. Okay, and again, playing the game for real, there are mechanics for this if you wanted to, 100%. So, Willem, is there anything happening with movement or actions?
I suddenly realised that I don't have my KIA. Because I don't know that Fenner has called in. So I think I spend a moment trying to find my KIA as my vision's blurring, and then realised, shit, I don't have it.
You gave it to me, right?
That's right.
When we got so I've got
Yeah. So I get up, try and stagger over the reception desk to try and follow Olsen,
Okay.
thinking that she might actually go after them by herself.
Fair enough. So take your mobility roll. We're going to have a mobility roll for this.
Okay.
Disadvantage?
It'll automatically do it, I think. I
so
believe
it is,
which
yeah,
is
it's already
amazing with this game. I mean, I'm liking the system. I'm glad I decided to pull this one in. Oh, nice.
still does it though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put you over to the other side. And again, in a display of agility and leadership, even under fire and with the heavy wounds that he's sustained. It's almost like he's able to shrug it off because he has an underling that he knows he has to act as backup for. And he's not willing to let her do anything stupid that will get her killed or hurt without him being there to back up.
I'm no stranger to sarcasm.
No, it's amazing. I mean, these roles speak for themselves.
Yeah. So I'm making my way towards Olsen, and I'm just shouting, "Don't stay where you are! Stay where you are!"
Then what happened?
Now, I will remind Olsen is actually a human, not a replicant.
Yeah.
So not subject to the same rules of
Yeah, you
obeying
don't have to
orders
listen
and
to
stuff.
what I say. You can go after them if you wish.
Yeah, but for reasons, I will listen to the captain.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Is anybody doing anything to pursue?
Well, the reason is I would probably at least look out the door where they're
100%.
headed. But
Okay,
before
so we
I'm
will-
going towards the door, I will try to mend the captain's wounds because I have first aid.
Okay.
I
so
don't
then,
have any medical supplies on me though, but I'm going to rip off a part of my shirt.
Okay, excellent. So if I go here, that's here. Okay, so he can... Uh-oh. Oh, he's doing that. Okay. All right, I can do that. That's cool. Excellent. All right, and so this would be now.
Are you gonna make a?
You can go ahead and make your medicine roll. It
Oh,
is
sorry.
Wilson's
Yep.
turn.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry, I moved it over to you.
Actually, in combat, I can apply first aid.
Sure.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
It's one of my actions.
Oh,
I don't
go
know if
ahead.
everyone has it, but
Probably yes. I think so, or to some extent.
Hmm.
Very nice. Okay. So again, he's not broken yet, so it's not like he gets hit points back. Although I do think the treatment that you did was, unlike
I'm
Fenna,
bleeding out.
who's really good at talking, because if you watch the other ones, he talks really well. Maybe not so good as the first aid. You actually seem like you're able to help, help Willem, and it is, you are able to staunch bleeding, and since he is up and moving, it will ease him along his way.
Is that because the punctured lung is a death save after a shift? Does that medical help prevent the death or the save, or
Not. I don't believe this would. We could check into that, but
oh, it's
yeah,
an
why not?
inflated lung, right?
Hmm.
Basically, I saw ER a lot with my mom, so there was something I like that you need to reverse the inflation of the lung, and you can actually do that with stabbing someone in the chest with a pencil, or I mean not a pencil, a pen that's
the
hollow.
ballpoint pen, the tracheotomy?
That.
Yeah, I don't know if I need that. please don't stab me with a ballpoint pen.
Well, I'm just saying that
You're in an office.
maybe something like that happened with the first aid.
and, we staple wounds closed with staplers.
Yeah, maybe.
Check his desk drawer.
Post-it notes to bandage up the wounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, either a stapler or a pen is going to save your life in the first aid.
Well,
Stationery.
This is
Saved by
very
stationery.
educational. Please,
Yeah,
nobody
all
sue IMT if you hurt anybody trying to replicate these actions in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, big disclaimer.
Yeah, sorry.
Stationery is not medical supplies, okay, people?
All right. So you, other than that, did you want to take movement to peek
Yes.
out? Okay, so go ahead and move yourself where you'd like to be.
And if I still have actions, I'm not sure how this
You
works.
have movement. You've performed an action already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
probably
wanted to know if I had any more actions, or else I would have used it for careful aim, basically.
No, there's no. This game is kind of unlike the way we're playing it. Combat is really fast paced, so it's like kind of one thing at a time. And all right,
And I will watch out.
okay. So
Apparently not as lethal either.
you know what?
Typically.
This one, we're gonna say he's not even. This one is definitely not. He's been wounded a lot. I'm only gonna give him till the end of the zone, so you could still see him potentially in next round do something to him.
The end of the round, was that the one that got shot in the eye and face?
The one that just went now, you mean?
Yeah.
The one that's the one that the bit at the back is he the one?
Yeah,
I think he's the
so
one that's
he
crawling.
is the one that has his teeth knocked out and the pierced eye.
Oh, okay, that's him.
That's him.
Okay.
However, and we'll say at disadvantage at least, there is a shot that rings out, another shot that catches you a little bit by surprise, but I'm really liking Foundry combat. We're going to do a lot more of this in this game. And so he will fire. Let's give him disadvantage since you kind of have a bit of cover behind the door. Okay, so you absolutely hear shots now being fired from north of you, the opposite direction that everybody is running. And with that, we're going to go to Percival.
So we can hear the shot where Fenna and I are, correct?
You can hear more, shots are still ringing, yes.
Okay, but it's still for us. It's just coming from this direction somewhere. We can't tell.
Correct.
Right. So looking up at Fenna, I thank her. Hey, I'm okay. You already called it in. Go. You need to go help Novak and Olsen.
Go run into open fire.
Go see how much fun combat is, Fenna. Come on, get in there.
Fenna's looking concerned.
Put
Checks.
the GM in uncomfortable situations when he pierces you through the heart and needs you to continue to tell the story. Mark was thinking, oh man, great, I get to end early today. I'm going to do something tonight.
I'm really tired. It was, yeah.
Exactly. But that is Percival, and that denotes the end of the round. However, at the end of the round, you hear a vehicle coming fast. And at first you're thinking, great, help has arrived. But you don't hear sirens. And there is this very large spinner, and you'll forgive me for misremembering the type it is, but it is the spinner
handouts?
transport that seems to be coming in very fast. And you hear as a missile comes out of it and is aiming towards, let's just see.
Percival.
Okay. It aims towards the cluster of vehicles of your spinners where you kind of parked when you came here, and 2 of them are destroyed. And let me tell you, that's going to be a heck of a lot of paperwork.
You just cost him his insurance bonus.
Can you tell us which vehicles got blown up? Like, who do they belong to?
Yeah, sure I can. We'll roll for it. At this point, I mean, you're inside, so you don't see.
No, I don't know if it's out of character.
Yeah.
I am really wondering which spinners got blown up.
You know what? Foxy, because you've been such a great sport and joined us last minute, you decide whose spinners are destroyed and whose aren't.
Ooh.
Divide and conquer.
He's mean.
Careful what you ask for.
Of the 4, 2 got destroyed.
Yes, whose spinners are they?
I would say it's Percival's and Olsen's.
Okay, very good. All right.
Because
Interesting
that
choice.
means that Percival doesn't have a really good day.
Wow. Yeah.
I love it.
Excellent. And so we will refresh the round. We will reset the initiative. We will re-roll everybody. And Olsen, you get to roll again if you like, unless you're number 1.
Holy shit balls.
Oh, you rolled a 2 now, right?
Yep.
All right. Very good. 2 is better than 10.
It is.
And Fenna, you're still the first one to go if you want to do something.
Fenna says, keep in touch. Call it. Keep giving them updates. and kind of runs. Takes a look quickly to see that there's nobody standing where there was people standing before shooting. And she calls out, "Novak, I'm coming in."
Are you sure about this? You just saw our cars being blown up by a
Did I?
missile.
Where were they?
They're parked
Outside.
They've just had a big transport has just dropped in, and yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they were on our side of the building. Right, okay. In that case, it's like, oh shit. I think, yeah. And I grab Percival again and haul him inside the building, away from the exploding.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be fair to you. Like, as it was a strafing attack, and then the spinner actually, you see it go over the building, so you don't don't see it. It
I don't
went
see
over
it
the
again.
building somewhere on the other side.
Oh
Just
Jesus!
so that doesn't disturb your action economy.
No, I am gonna drag, because if they've come round, they might spin round again. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna drag Percival. Is he move? He can move. I can drag
move him. Yeah.
I can crawl. Yeah. So
Yeah, so I help you crawl into the building to get out of the way of the there might be further explosions. Where are those spinners that blew up on the map, Jake?
In the parking lot, not on the theater of mind.
Like. All right, okay. So I had them miles
you
away
would have
from.
parked them. I mean, you're cops. You would have parked it close.
Yeah,
building
okay.
or a donut shop if there was one on the way.
Yeah. And I shout as I run in at Cap. Percival's been hit. There's been a strike on the spinners. An explosion. We're hemmed in. And I'll run in.
Mute.
Can I launch myself over the? Can I drag Percival into the corner?
I will allow a mobility roll for that.
Okay.
by Fenna or by Percival?
If Percival's doing the pulling, then Fenna. Fenna is doing the pulling.
Okay.
All right. Mobility.
Be gentle.
Here we go.
Oh.
3 successes.
Nice. Yeah.
He is really gentle.
Like he's has substance of a wet rag, and you just
There we go. So I put
over there.
Percival down in the corner or whatever. Yep. Get him safe.
Mm-hmm.
From the inside and the outside. I jump over the counter myself, and I look at Captain and say, "What happened to you?"
Oh, good, you're all together.
Jake, before we go any,
is all it will take.
Hey, Jake, before we go any further, I just want to check. So on that death roll for my injury, it says death save round. So does that just mean like at the end of that one round and that's it, or do I have to make a death save every round, or how does that work?
Every round, but we're kind of just playing around the rules. If you know what I mean.
We want to keep Percival a bit. Okay, that's I'm good with that. Yeah. Oh no, not yet.
I mean, honestly, what's the worst case if you die? You're just a replicant. I'm just gonna make another one. You're just gonna be there. We'll change the name, put a little paint on the face.
Okay.
You're being such a good sport.
Yeah.
You come in last minute to help. It's great.
Replicants matter.
Not in this game.
Yes, replicant lives matter. RLM. That's what this whole story is about, isn't it?
That is true.
I think there was just a revelation that went off. For the GM, at least. All right, so that was Fenna. Olsen.
Yes.
What would you like to do? You just turn around and go off to the north of you. It didn't hit. You have some cover.
Yeah, I will have heard.
And I'm going to say that you could see the person to the north now, that you've exposed yourself. He could see you, you could see him.
I don't see anyone on the map. That's the whole problem.
Let me see.
I do know there's a
you not see
third
this guy down here?
character.
Up here, do you see this one? Or
I
no?
don't see that. No, we
There,
don't
no.
see that one.
Okay,
Just-
so let me see.
I
if
see this one down.
Now do you see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I thought I made him visible in the encounter, which I thought does the same thing, but
And which way did that one fire? Because you said we heard
Towards you.
fire. Okay, so I had cover from the door.
a little bit. Yeah, I gave him disadvantage because of that.
Okay, I will just shoot the wounded ones that are fleeing, and I will shout back, 2 to the south, 1 to the north.
All right, which one do you want to?
The
Fire.
furthest one to the south, because that one can actually turn a corner.
Okay, very good. So target him, and
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Let's see, indeed. Click targets. I think it's targeted. Not sure.
Yeah, I think so. It has a red thing on it. We'll see.
And combat shoot. Firearm. How do I actually choose which round?
I think when you press the roll button, then you get the choice.
Oh, okay.
Which would be amazing if it's true, because I actually have no idea.
I only see public, private, and that kind of which kind of role you want.
Oh,
Okay, so let's check that. So if you go to combat and you click here and you go roll item, you see you have a choice of 3. So let's do it together. So are you on the combat tab?
Oh, the whole item. Yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
roll
there's a
over
little
it,
dice
you have
icon.
a roll item one. Yeah, and then you can choose
Right.
which one you
Nice.
want. Yeah, it is very nice. Heck, giving Fantasy Grounds for a run for its money, because I've only been with Fantasy Grounds for the past 10 years.
And does the further one to the south have any cover of kind?
No, you're not going to roll at disadvantage at all. You can roll at full advantage.
No.
Now, pushing will incur damage on you if you wanted to push. But you didn't hit. You missed.
I will push.
But because you rolled a 1, you keep that 1.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
you
and
just
roll another
take
one.
damage.
And I think I rolled another one.
Yeah, I did.
Well, the push gave me exactly the same roll, basically.
Okay, then maybe you can't push. That's weird. Somebody will figure that out. In any case.
Can I try to roll again then?
You miss. No. Yeah, maybe there isn't a pushing with these things. We'll have to
Okay.
look at that, why it has that there. And I think from a story point of view, this is pretty much going the way that it's going. And so is there any other action movement that you're taking?
Well, the captain said not to follow these guys. But since I am kind of in the open, I will take a step back.
Okay, go ahead.
But apparently I needed to click this. Yeah, there we go. And not to obscure anyone from trying to run out of the door, like this.
Okay.
But what kind of damage did I occur for this weapon to misfire?
I'm not sure that the push was actually a push, so then it wouldn't. If you weren't able to push, then it doesn't cause any.
It subtracted 1 health from me.
Oh, it did. Okay, so then that's all right. So that's good.
Okay, and that will be the end of my turn.
All right, excellent. And we are back at Percival.
Percival, having been gently pulled over the reception desk and placed there, looks over, checks Novak, is pleased to see he's doing well, even though he's got smoke coming out of different orifices.
Smoke
Afraid I'm
your
not much
cigarettes
use. Yeah, I'm not much. I don't know if I'm going to be much use here. There's 3 of them. Do we have help coming in? Fenna called it in.
Yeah.
Do we want to wait until they show up, or I don't know if we're really in a position to really follow. Maybe the two of you can. 3 of you. Sorry, Captain.
So-
I'm not much good right now.
Take it easy, kid. I'll step through if I can.
Yeah.
To
Tell my mother I love her.
Okay, so hang on. If you're going to be doing that, then let me go to here.
Oh, it's not my go. Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it's almost your
Let
go,
me-
anyways.
Let me move back. Yeah. I was forgetting initiative, wasn't I?
Actually, let's get to here. So yeah, so now you can take your go.
So I do remind Novak. Do we want to wait since we've got backup coming? Do we want to wait? It seems like we're a little overpowered here.
And I'll be, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And then move through this door anyway.
Yeah, thanks, kid.
I'm gonna
You said,
poke my
Captain, 3 enemies. 2 to the south, 1 to the north.
Okay, and I poke my head around the door, looking.
You see that obviously Olsen is clearly not in her right mind because there's only one enemy to the south.
Well, I assume that people are moving.
There you go. Then.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, and I bring my gun around the doorway. I just shout, "Get there, fella!" I'm pointing my gun at this guy, hoping that he will stop. I'm commanding him.
Yeah. So you see him mid-run. So basically, you have your last chance before he will obviously round that corner. Now you can still chase him. It's a straight corridor.
Yeah, I could.
You seem to be in fine shape, fine running condition.
Do I?
Not bad for somebody with a twice pierced heart.
I mean, yeah, he's looking pretty good for a dead man. Okay. Yeah, I think I set off down the corridor. I guess I'm not moving very quickly, and that's the nature of punctured lungs, I guess.
Yeah, it's disadvantage to mobility,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you could stay within this zone.
Yeah. So I.
And if you want to push, yeah.
I guess I get to here then.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Actually, I probably don't even get that far if it's one zone, isn't it? That being the zone. Looking through that door.
Oh, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so moving back there, we will see what goes on, and of course, Olsen, you get to roll one more time if you like. If you rolled it, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Oh, I forgot. One moment.
No, that's fine. If you want. Otherwise, if you're happy to leave things there, you can.
Well, I can choose the highest one, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't I roll?
Yeah. Okay. So it's the same in this case.
Yeah.
So
You actually want
that works.
lowest in this game.
It's
I think.
7 or 8, but we'll keep this order. Percival, so is there anything you're doing other than, monitoring, listening, giving reports back? We moved into the building, we have another spinner, it attacked our, other than that, is there anything else that you're going to be doing?
No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay there.
And as you are calling in and back, stuff like that, you hear dispatch saying, "Hang in, Percival. Help is on the way. Just another 30 seconds. Hang in there. You could do it. We need
Thanks.
you."
Holding pressure on the wound, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just that boost of morale. I've probably got to at least give me one more health back, right?
I'm alive.
Wink, wink, wink.
right, Olsen.
Yeah.
So you can go now, or you can go immediately after this turn of yours before Fenna, because you had the two choices.
Well, I think I'm in pursuit, so
Okay.
I will try to move. I can only move one zone, right?
Correct. Unless you roll, you can roll mobility and increase the zones you go for each success you get.
Well, I will move mobility because this actually is one of my strengths, if I'm correct. It's combat mobility, right? Sprint.
Yeah, you're really you can stay in. You can move one zone.
Novak's probably blocking your way a little bit, maybe in the doorway.
Possibly on purpose.
Ooh.
All right. Did you take your damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Took it.
And you can go the extra zone.
Oh,
Do you need help me? Do you want me to help you move out just quickly?
yeah.
All right. There
For
you
some
go.
reason.
Yeah.
And you
might
can go
be.
one zone, north or south. You choose.
I know there were people going south, but it seems like a really long hallway. I know it's not really, but I will move up because I know there was only one enemy up, and it seems like the right choice, right?
Okay.
Instead of two, let's go up to one enemy.
Okay. All right. So, if anybody's going to ask why this combat is lasting as long as it is, not my fault. Excellent. That makes me very happy. Fenna.
Fenna looks down at Percival for one last time, sees breathing or equivalent, and walks through to. Oh, can't. But attempts to walk through the door. Yeah, there we go. And says, yeah, just basically asks for orders at that point to Novak. Is like, which way? Where do you want me, Novak?
Hmm. I don't think you get a reply. And you probably see Novak's face is completely set. He's pissed right now, and he's clutching his gun in his hand and he's moving very slowly, probably wheezing quite a bit, making his way out of the door.
Right.
And there's probably blood dripping down onto the floor.
Does it look like you're shambling more to the left or the right?
He's going to be shambling more to the left, I think.
Right. Well, being perceptive, Fenna will follow you. I'll take point, she says, and moves out into the gun drawn out into the hallway, looking down. That's one zone move, right?
There you can go right to that red line, I think.
So
Well,
I can go
again,
down.
you can roll your mobility because leaving that room is a zone. So,
Oh, of course it was. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
well, that's fine. And he's
Wait.
moving through you as well.
So you'll need.
Yeah,
to,
you're fine there. If you
Can I get to there without rolling?
Yes,
Right. So if I want to go to the next one, I have to roll.
mobility. Yes,
Okay. I'll do that.
that's the way. We're at least misrepresenting the rules consistently.
I like it. I am absolutely there for it. There we go. Roll.
Also splitting up the party, so that's just amazing.
Aye.
Yeah, you could move the one more unless you want to push
That's a
and take
formula
damage.
of success.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've been split up for most of this game.
Yeah, it's the nature of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We only
So-
took damage until we joined together.
That's right. We should separate. Smaller
Exactly.
target.
I am gonna check the doorways as I jump down this zone. If I see anybody in any of the rooms, as I run down very quickly, I'm gonna stop shy of that door. So if there's somebody to the room to the left of me now, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna keep running. I'm checking. I'm doing what we do, right?
Doors and corners. Yeah.
Clearing.
Yeah. So yeah.
I hope you're shouting so that I'll know, your location.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great. As long as there's no missiles coming through the roof, I'll be fine.
Oh, wait.
So
I've got another 2 spinners to destroy.
and I get to this corner and I look around the corner in as much cover as I can afford and look down that corridor.
Yeah, you see what you see. I think.
Also, you wouldn't dare destroy the other spinners.
To be fair, I only rolled the number. You actually destroyed the spinners because you told which ones they were. So,
and to be fair, they're already destroyed. It's just that we can't see them.
Can I hear footsteps?
You can hear a lot of activity and huffing and puffing and wheezing, we'll say, and
apart from Novak.
And yeah. Sometimes I wish there were like inspiration for moments like that, because that was inspiration worthy. Yes. You
Excellent.
Clearly hear activity still within the building.
Yeah, I'll shout back. Hostiles and whatever the equivalent military/police term is for somebody that you can hear but not see.
Okay.
They're perpetrators.
Okay, that's me.
All right, so that means that it is okay up to here. Who's this guy? They can actually be there. That's fine. Okay. And Willem.
Yeah, staggering out of the doorway behind Fenner, trying to make his way down that same corridor. I guess I can make it to there without making a roll. But I'm going to try and make a mobility roll to try and move a little bit further, if I may.
Yeah, 100%.
I get disadvantage to stamina and mobility at the moment, so
I believe that it should already.
Oh
no, that's not
okay.
you. That's me doing some GM stuff, which I haven't done in a bit.
I still failed, so
I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate. Yeah, I think he's probably, as he's making his way down the corridor, he's hanging onto the wall, dizzy, vision blurring, I guess.
Yeah.
Wheezing.
Yeah, trying to catch his breath.
All right. And that would bring us to the end of the round, and I know people are still anxious to be doing things. I can feel it. So Olsen, would you like to roll one more time?
Yep.
All right. And is it actually changing people's orders or not really?
No, I seem to have been at 9.1.
I know, and
the last 3 rounds.
Why is I can reset initiative? I feel here. You know what? I think I'm doing it wrong. Next round. A couple of rounds. Reset initiative. We're just gonna try something.
There you go.
Okay. Well, at least that's a little bit more fair. And Olsen, what did you roll last time, or just want to?
A 6.
That's fine.
So it's perfect.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So.
Well, not perfect, but you get what I mean.
All right. So at this point, just fun stuff happening. All right, excellent. So yeah, we're gonna just put them over here. Willem, what would you like to do?
I figure that Novak he's determined to try and catch one of these guys, regardless of how impossible it is now. He's trying to make his way down the corridor. He has his gun probably quite loosely held out in front of him by this point, touching the wall and pushing himself along down that corridor, trying to make his way down here after Fenner. I mean, that seems like quite a distance for old Novak, really.
Yeah, I know, but they're like,
that's fine.
unobstructed.
Yeah.
It's a fair way.
Yeah.
And fair, I mean, like, not long.
Yeah. And I guess he's looking around the corner when he reaches that bit.
Yeah, at this point, the noise has more subsided.
Yeah.
You may have heard, the clunk of an automatic spring door coming back and closing.
Okay. Fire exit or something.
And there's some exit like that. And so that's what you hear
Okay.
when you're there. So we'll move it over to Fenna. Is Fenna doing anything else now that...
Fenna's surprised to see Novak catch up. Kind of glances.
Impressed.
Glances down and then just quickly says, "I'll have to check the rooms, but I think they went out." So Fenna's going to move into the next zone. It's going to check the doors and corners.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to stop here and assume that they've gone down that way, but it's going to check this room with a door. Right. Is it shut? Is the door shut or is it open?
No, the door is shut, and I'm going to say your keen investigative mind clearly notices trails of blood, going through the corridor.
Excellent.
You don't see moving path, but you know that not all of them were wounded, so it would be definitely legitimate for you to go there and open the door and clear it.
Sorry, which door? The door here?
The one.
No, there's no door there. That's a corridor.
You mean
not
down
a real
here?
door, just a corridor.
Sounds like a door to me.
Hang on, I'm tired. It's late, and I am. Can I ask for clarification?
Yes.
The blood trails that Fenna spots with her very keen and not at all like her player's observation skills.
Yes.
Are they going down south on the map?
Yes, they are.
Right. Can I roll mobility to cross into that zone, please?
Yes, you can.
Success and a fail.
No, it's
That's a success.
It's only impactful if you push a roll.
Okay. So Fenna will get to that door. It's shut because we heard it shut.
Yeah.
And she'll kick it open as she approaches it. And
next round you'll be able to.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then Olsen.
Same. I will try to sprint and catch up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go up and see where you are. All right.
Yeah,
you can move an extra zone, so you can also get to the end where the doors are, but just not open them.
Oh, aren't they really close? Did they close the door behind them, or did they leave them open?
They're exit doors. They
swing shut. Okay.
Ah, okay.
As generally do doors to exits of buildings. At least in Canada they do. In the UK.
Doors.
And can I see out of the windows?
You know what? We'll say that there are windows you could see, but you don't see anything out there at this point. If your cars were parked there, if your spinners were parked there, you might see some smoke. if you like.
Okay, you hear curses down the corridor to the north.
All right, and Percival, again, hang in there, Percival. They're coming. It's soon. Percival, talk to me. Keep talking.
You know,
to me.
as Percival's been sitting there, right? Everyone's left, and he starts just thinking about. He's trained. He's an officer. He's not supposed to just sit here idly by. And then also too, he has memories of what happened with Leah and how he just abandoned her almost. So I'm gonna move at least if I can select my token here. Try to move over to this spot here. Actually move kind of through the door so I can peek through and see if I can get a visual on somebody.
Yeah, I can say it's difficult. Not much. You're crawling, so really you're not getting to where you need to be. We can put you there if it helps, as you are ongoing. And at this point, I think.
Is there a chair I could maybe climb into and then push myself so I go flying across? Like a receptionist chair.
I think even that would be pushing the condition that you're in, but I like the idea. So let's do a mobility roll at disadvantage and see if you can climb onto a chair.
Okay, let's see if I can mess this up. Stats, mobility, and
I
disadvantage.
think it's very brave of
correct?
you to do this because you could incur damage. You could be hurting yourself even more. So that's quite brave, Percival.
Yeah, but I remembered what I'm here for. So I'm at disadvantage, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you try you basically not even able to slump up against the chair. The effort, it's just draining you of all your energy. I mean, your body is in severe crisis.
I'm gonna push it because I'm worried about my team.
I'm worried about your mental health, but let's do it.
Okay. There we go.
Look at that.
Wow, very nice. So yes, you get into the chair, somehow, and yes, let's push you into the corridor. I love the optic. Percival is bleeding, and anybody looking will have seen Percival coming out on a chair, holding his gun out, just going like this, and continuing on to the other end of the corridor, and you all hear a thunk as he hits the other wall.
Brilliant.
Where are the brakes on this
it
thing?
was 2 successes. That was a hard push off the wall there. That was not one success.
I dug deep.
But we know all that Percival is eager to please the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wonderful part of the story. If only the window was a little bit broken, we could have had ourselves a Naked Gun moment and had you go through it. Oh God, holding.
So now
IMT
Percival's
can
stuck
turn
in the
Blade
corner.
Runner
Yeah.
into Naked Gun. All right. And you know what? I think I've put you guys through enough. I think you've earned a logical ending to this scene and this shift where you can hear off in the distance as the sirens approach. Another spinner kind of heading off into the distance as the medevac and ambulances and forensic team and everything else come rushing over to you and start to administer first aid, getting you into the ambulances, getting you back to the hospitals. And what we are going to do is we are going to enter our next shift, so shift 2 of day 3, in the following manner. Fenna and Olsen are stuck in interviews, paperwork, briefings, weapon checks, as the forensics team go through that entire area. Lilith eventually makes it there and sees everything that's happening with that, and so she is now made aware of what's been happening, and is
Okay, so she
We'll
wasn't
see.
on site at the time. That
what
was the,
she's no, it was too early in the morning.
Yeah.
She finally comes on site with her assistants, whose name I can actually find, but
the replicant.
for now, let's put us back at.
I'm assuming Lilith is our boss.
Lilith was the person that creates the memories for the replicants, and that's her lab.
Oh.
That's where we were, at her lab. Yeah.
And I'm going to say that while Fenna and Olsen are spending their second shift at the LAPD and filling in all the paperwork and doing the reporting, Willem and Percival, you guys get a room.
Wow.
In the same hospital, at the same place, you're being cared for. You guys are completely out of it. I mean, you guys are just like, constant, and you're kind of, maybe in and out of consciousness, back and forth. Doctors are coming. There's, surgeries are being performed, and we'll say that in this second shift, that nothing else much happens. And for the third shift of the day, I'm going to find out if Fenna and Olsen want to do anything in particular for the third shift of the day, or if after this harrowing experience, they're going to take the rest of the day off and continue with paperwork.
I think we know Fenna better than that.
Okay. So what would Fenna like to do with her third shift?
Fenna would like to, having tracked it down the pawn shop, with Dr. Badgers, would like to suggest to Olsen that we go and check out the pawn shop, because there was a picture that we found in Leia's apartment, which somehow, I forget exactly the details, but linked back to this pawn shop. Was there a name on it or a badge or something on the back of it? Or there was something like that, wasn't there? There was some connection back to this.
Okay, so yes, you can. It was Dr. Badgers was the name on the back of the pawn of that. And then Olsen, is that what you would like to do with your time, or are you going to? I mean, it's just Fenna making a suggestion. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's up to you. You want to go together, or did you want to pursue your own kind of?
I will go with Fenna. I mean, in this case, our team is pretty much split up with the other two in surgery and hospital care. So yes.
100%. Okay.
It makes sense.
Okay, and so let us go over and let's deal with that. Just find it here. Doc Badger's pawn shop. So, okay, so let's pull up Doc Badger and let's see if you can. No, that's not the right way. Let me pull him up here.
Also, my car blew up. Or spinner.
Yeah. So if you want to lift home, you've got to go with Fenna.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that little detail.
All right. We'll show all players, even though not all players are there. You get to Doc Badger's, and it's a small, cluttered space. and it seems to be filled to the brim with all these knickknacks and, maybe some useless items, useful items that maybe were useful once upon a time in their heyday. Everything here is very dusty. You do see in between all the knickknacks and stuff, you do see some stuff that's quite nice. It's advanced tech stuff, but well used. And as you guys walk in, that little smile goes on his face. He's like, looks you up and down. You look like you guys are, maybe a little worse for wear. You probably had a chance to change and everything out of your bloody clothes before moving over and stuff, and you've washed up a bit. He goes, yes, customers. Wonderful. How can I help you? Are you looking to buy something, to sell something, pawn something?
We're looking for information. What do you know about this person? And I pull up a picture.
Information. You want to outsource me as a consultant, for sure. I could sell you some of my time for information. What information are you looking for?
I just walk right up to the person, to Dr. Badgers, and hold up my KI or whatever I've got with a picture of Leia on it.
Okay.
I say, do you recognize this?
I will have closed the door and put the sign on closed.
But this is an establishment. Who are you? I can't give you information about. Even if I did recognize this person, I'm not saying that I did. I mean, she looks lovely and very memorable, but not that I'm saying that I would know her. I couldn't divulge information about my private.
I would show my badge. It's a police investigation, sir. Please cooperate.
I listen. I always cooperate. Everything that is pawned, I send the photos to the police, the local police station. I register.
Listen, that's not what we're here for. Just stop your blithering, man, and answer the question. Do you understand what we're asking you? Can you please tell us right now who and what this person has to do with your store?
Okay, so you know what? I think it's only fair that I allow you both to make your manipulation rolls.
Nice. Oof.
Okay, so he looks towards Olsen, kind of. Don't you need some sort of court order or something? I mean, it's not just anarchy and stuff like that. And then kind of looks over at Fenno, says, "Oh, just give me." All right. What do you want to know?
When did you see her?
She came into the shop a few weeks back. She's obviously a skin job.
Do we know what a skin job is?
Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
She's obviously she presented herself to me as a Nexus 9. Not most people do, but and you almost couldn't tell unless you were told.
What did she want in here? Like, Fenna's deliberately talking over him because she wants to get straight to the point.
She came in for a Stelline scan of her memories.
Do you have a copy of the scan?
She asked specifically for a scan of a certain part of her memory, an image of a young child, young female.
Take out the KI. This is the picture when I hold it out.
Yeah, that's one of mine. She seemed quite distraught at the time, and she saw it. I wasn't sure if it gave her comfort or not, but
did she?
It's what she wanted. I gave it to her. It's an excellent product. I do the best work, Look at the quality of that thing. I mean, and from a memory, those machines are amazing. And by the way, there is a consulting fee that I'll be receiving for assisting you officers, especially without, proper written authorization and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, you wouldn't want it.
No, you
want it to get out. That
I give you 2 days of your time back for free. The 2 days that you'd otherwise be spending down at the station discussing this formally. So I'm sure your business is worth a lot more.
I mean,
Also, I want to point out that we
prefer some
don't need
chin yet, to
warrants
be
to
honest.
ask questions of a witness.
A witness to what? This was a private interaction between a citizen and a business. There's no.
Oh, so you're
there's no
abiding a
crime here.
murderer.
A what?
I
So
said
if
so.
you have this person, if there's a murder, what are you doing in my shop? Go find them. Go harass them. I mean, it's just like you cops never sticking out your neck to do the real work and find killers. Won't put yourselves at risk or anything. You just come and harass innocent business people for information, pretending to go out and do police work. I mean, you know, what kind of police work?
Can I
have a murderer? Go out and get the murderer.
While he's blithering, can Fenna just walk? Like, is there a way of getting into any sort of back room or across a counter or into a back room, or is it all locked up and behind screens? Or
you go do what you like.
yeah, Fenna.
I will stop this guy from following Fenna.
Yeah.
Hey, where's he going? Is he allowed to do that? I know he's not allowed to do that. You know, I pay my taxes. The mayor's gonna hear about this.
I want a quick recce in the back room just to see if there's anything that suggests the guy's like bullshitting, if he's into something that he shouldn't be, if he seems genuine, but also, you know, don't trust anybody, right? So is there anything here that
fair enough. So let's, I'll allow you to give me a roll for that if you like.
Insight, observation.
Yeah, why not? Let's do observation.
And can I grapple this guy and tell him his rights, basically? Because I said, oh, so you're abiding a murderer. And I'm just going to go along with that story. He's abiding a murderer.
So yeah, you can keep him. You can go ahead and do your. Let's see what.
I have a grapple.
If you want to do a grapple, you could do a grapple. If you want to do a manipulation, that's also fine. Whatever approach you want to take. If you want to manhandle him, go ahead.
Let's see.
Be careful. You know I'm a doc. I need my hands.
Yeah.
For all the Stelline scans that I do.
Interesting place you have back here.
You find the Stelline scanner. It's quite old, but still serviceable. So at least that part of the story seems to pan out.
But still, I have grappled this guy and putting cuffs on him.
Oh, you are? Okay. All right. So you're taking cuffs, and you can head back. Yeah. So Fenna, are you, again, this is the third shift, so you're just going to head back to the station?
Yeah, satisfied that the guy's story checks out and he isn't hiding anything more technically advanced than just the scanner. Then I'll turn around and I'll see that he's in cuffs. I just give him a winning grin and nod at Olsen and walk past and out the shop. How are we? Are you gonna, Olsen? Are you just? I guess we're on my spinner with 2 seats.
I'll put them in one of the seats so you can bring him into the police station, basically, and hold him there for 2 days, since he is not really cooperating.
You know what? If it helps you, you guys can take the spinner there. I'll walk. And I'll if you like.
Just say you could very well be one of the last people to actually have a conversation with someone that we need to know more about. You can stew, and yeah, I guess at that point, we just take this person, mostly because Fenna's pissed off, right? Because there's been a lot of shit going down. We haven't caught anybody. We haven't had a decent caller or anything. We haven't shot anybody, and our guys have been shot. And she's just pissed off, right? And also,
I haven't slept in a day, and I'm pissed off as well. And this guy pissed me off enough to put handcuffs on him. And at least if he's in prison for the next 2 days, we know where to find him. If we have more questions, or if the captain wants to question him.
Yep.
100%. Okay, so that actually leads me to and we're going to deal with Willem and Percival's third shift in a moment. But since Olsen decided to do that, that's going to eat into your rest, into your fourth shift, because
Again?
now you have to bring an arrested citizen back, justify why, write up all the things. So you're not going to get a
I'm
very
leaving that
restful
up to
night
Fenna.
at all. And no, because there's a back and forth and this and that and justifying it. You have to fill out reports and stuff like that. So for your downtime activities, those are things that are going to happen. Willem, Percival, in the hospital, third shift. Deputy Chief Holden
Oh dear.
comes to visit you.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite I catch the full name. This is Deputy who?
Deputy Chief Holden. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Oh.
important.
No, he just signs my checks, right?
Now,
Yeah.
you notice that, number one, he comes in. He's not coughing or wheezing as much. He's has a genuine look of concern in his eyes, like, and he'll look over at Percival and kind of, pat, you're under the blankets and stuff. He'll pat you and say, "Good job. Yeah, you did heroic work today, and already you're getting a reputation of, office wheelman in the station." I don't think the Academy is going to be teaching the Percival move anytime soon as a legitimate tactic for, chasing after perpetrators, but the report reads very well. I'm sure there'll be an accommodation soon. And he comes over to Willem and says, "You and I, getting too old for this shit, aren't we? How you doing?"
I've been a little better.
You look like
yeah.
shit.
I'm sure you'd have said that if I hadn't been shot.
As I have many times. Old friend, what can I do for you?
You can get me out of this place.
I found out you almost did that to yourself twice. So I guess Fenna and Olsen have, already visited you and left for the day. I'm surprised. I thought they would be here by your side. I guess they came earlier to visit you and then just left.
I have no idea. I've been out of it for most of the time I've been here. Did anybody find anything at the memory lab? Did forensics find anything?
Yeah, well, plenty. We found plenty of rounds and stuff like that. No idea who could have done it, but it's just it's odd. On the other side of town, there was a brawl that happened at the same time. Emergency services were called to come there at the same time. Nothing much. A couple of gangbangers got, into a scrape and stuff like that. I wish we would have come sooner. I only thank, GM that, nothing worse happened to you, because that could have ended badly. I'm not comfortable with the way this turn of events came looking. I hate to ask you this, and I don't care about the mayor now breathing down my neck. I have men that are down and men that are hurt. These devils a bit. Sorry. You're trying to be quiet. You know what? I'd love to know your take on the situation, but that's not why I'm here. So, you just rest well and let me know what you need.
Was there any security footage from outside the memory lab or inside the memory lab around the time of the break-in?
Power was completely out. Did you get a good sight on the guys?
That's a good point. What were they wearing, thinking about it?
Black, a lot of black uniforms.
Right, okay, so it wasn't nothing, there had been no...
Like special ops and stuff type of gear and stuff like that, obviously, you know. And there's enough to know that the fact that they had a missile on a spinner that they were able to deploy and stuff, that this was a pretty serious thing.
I mean, these guys, they were like military. They were trained. They know exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, they certainly seem to be equipped for it, but why? I think maybe, I don't want to get into this now with you. Maybe replicants have it out for the memory lab or something. I mean, this is some controversial things that I'm reading in the papers and stuff, but
you know, you shouldn't believe everything you read in the papers, Holden.
It's hard not to try to put two and two together, but you're right. I'm, maybe reading too much into this. I mean, the main thing is that, nobody was killed. I mean, take you some time to recover, but at least nobody was killed. That in itself is a blessing.
Look, wait a minute. It's not a coincidence that we were at that memory lab earlier. Well, yesterday. Just yesterday. And then there's a break-in.
Maybe you guys are onto something. Maybe you guys are... But also, why break into a place and then have, somebody in the area call about a disturbance?
Well, to make sure there was... I mean, that's a good question. Is it unusual for detectives such as ourselves to have been dispatched to a crime scene like that? Like detectives...
Only because of the sensitivity of the location.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like...
Because you just had done it. There was, there's corroboration.
Yeah.
Basically, the reason we got was we were the last ones there, so we needed to check it out again.
Yeah. Don't know if they'd just send regular police to a break-in or suspected break-in, but I think it wasn't.
So as they're taught, right? Because we're in the same room, correct? Novak and Percival.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So as I'm eating my Jello, and I'm listening to this conversation, can I do anything to try to see if I can tell whether Holden is being truthful?
Yeah, for sure. You can do the insight.
Okay. Oh, that's an insight roll. Darn it. I thought that was going to be an observation roll. Okay, I'll try insight. Why not?
Yeah, he's look. I mean, he's come to visit you. You may have had a couple of other friends and family members that have come to visit you and have been there during the operation. Anybody who's cared for you, you would have imagined, your fellow team members would have also come to visit you in the hospital, but apparently not. Maybe they were there when you were asleep.
Well, it's still under, I don't remember it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, their concern for you is
Believe me, if I didn't have all that paperwork, I would be there.
Exactly. Yes, it's the paperwork. Really, it's all the paperwork.
Yeah. Aside from Fenna and Olsen, the others, their concern is questionable. But yeah.
Look, LAPD bureaucracy, man, is terrifying. Novak's known Holden for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be unusual for him to come visit. We would have expected maybe him to have called in, I guess.
I think you and him probably go long away. You know,
Okay.
I'm imagining that he's old school like you. He's tough as nails on the outside and everything else, but this does seem to be genuine concern. At least he's able to breathe in this environment, which seems nice. Probably the clean hospital
It's more
air.
extra. Yeah, the oxygen in the air. How long do we have to stay near Percival and Novak?
Oh, okay. So we will end shift 3.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to go into shift 4. And I think for both Percival and Willem, if you go to the tables, I'd like you to roll your at-home events because you're not out in the streets. I just want you to roll to see if anything happens in the hospital that I want to meet.
Oh, I hope I
downtime.
paid my water bill.
Exactly.
Downtime home events, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look. Character relives their key memory in a dream.
You wish. You wish. So you're dreaming in and out, but you're so pumped up full of drugs at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, and Percival.
Sorry, Jake. What tab do I find it under?
So do you see where the poker cards are on the upper right hand side?
Oh, up there.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
left,
And then just
to
go
left
to
of
the
that.
left one and it'll be rollable tables.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll see case file 01. Open that up, and then you'll see downtime home events. Click on that, and then you roll at the bottom of the window. There's a big button that says roll.
Come on, something good.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. So during the evening time, 4th shift, you have doctors coming in regularly, checking on you. You have nurses coming in and administering, medications, checking the IV drips, and you have this dream. It must be a dream. See, one of the nurses comes in and goes over to Percival and checks the chart, kind of flips through it, looks around left and right, takes a needle out of a pocket in a gown,
Oh no.
and injects Percival with something. You're still in a haze.
Okay.
Then she comes over to you. She doesn't check your charts. She picks up your hand, and you think maybe she's gonna check your pulse or something. But she picks up your hand, holds it close to her breast, and starts to weep a little bit and cry. And she whispers to you close in, and you can smell a familiar scent of perhaps lilacs. And you hear a sob. She goes, Billy, why? Why, Billy? I never wanted any of this to happen. Just have to leave it alone for me. I know what I have to do. I don't want you to get hurt. I can't take it anymore. Just leave it alone. Live your life. I wish there could have been something else for us, but that clearly wasn't what you felt. I know you're conflicted, and I know why, and I wish things were otherwise. But they aren't. you always hold a special place in my heart. Please, just leave this alone. Try to live a good life. And we are going to leave it there until tomorrow.
Oh.